How to stop hitting toe golf shots. When you play around a golf and you find your bad shot always seems to come off the toe or right at the end of the club head, that's a golf toe shot, and you're no doubt losing a lot of accuracy, distance and consistency in your golf game. And you probably feel like the club head is twisting almost at impact, and you have a look at the club head and you'll see a nice little mark right on that toe area, which is really frustrating. Well, in this next video I'm going to show you a great drill how you can fix your golf shots that come off the toe and play much better golf. I'll see you soon. Hey, it's Troy from hittingitsolid.com here. At this channel I show you how to make the game of golf easy with simple at-home golf drills that you can practice anytime and play much better golf. Make sure you like this video and please subscribe to the channel. The more subscribers I get helps me grow the channel and keep on producing videos like this so we can both keep on improving and playing better golf together. Let's get started. Hey, it's Troy here. So you want to know how to stop hitting toe golf shots? This is a very common miss in golf and something a lot of golfers do wrong that costs them a lot of accuracy and distance with their shots. Now, I'm specifically going to be showing you that with an iron today, but it also obviously happens with the driver as well. So what do I mean by hitting it off the toe? Well, if this is an iron club head I've got here, it's anywhere around this area here is considered off the toe. This would be off the heel, but we're going to be talking about off the toe, which is this area here, and it's a very common miss I see a lot of golfers making. And typically what happens is if you catch one off the toe, the direction it can go on, it really can go anywhere. You can hit big pulls over to the left, you can push them out to the right, but invariably you lose distance and accuracy, which obviously costs you strokes on the golf course. So typically, what are the reasons why you might be hitting something off the toe? Well, the first one is quite possibly at your setup. If I'm set up to a ball like this, you might be too far away from the golf ball. So if I'm set up like this, you can see here I'm a long way from the ball, and the further I am from the ball, if I make a swing, I come down, it's going to increase my chances of catching it off the toe because I'm constantly reaching to get out to the golf ball. So that's one reason it could be happen. Another reason it could be happen, you might suffer from early extension. And what I mean by that is, if I'm set up to a ball here, as I go to the top and I've got that nice position there, as you come down you might be lifting up, standing taller in your posture, getting further away from the ball, and then having to flip at the ball at impact, and quite often a lot of toe shots will result from that position there. And another common one, this is the one that I believe is probably one of the biggest reasons why it happens. As you set up to a golf ball, you'll see the handle of the club is in this position here. Now, typically in a golf swing, as we come down to impact, that handle will typically get higher at impact when I strike the ball. Now, this happens for a reason. It's extremely difficult to get that handle in the same position at setup as yard impact, and that's got to do with the speed of the golf swing. Obviously the fact that when we're set up, the club is normally resting on the ground. As we make our swing, the club is moving through space, and it's very, very difficult at speed to get that handle back exactly where it was at setup at the impact position. So for the best players in the world, what I typically see them do, if they're at setup here with the handle in this position here, at impact, the handle for them is typically, I don't know, it varies from player to player, but it's usually just a little bit higher as they make impact with the ball. It's never the same position it was at setup. Now with amateurs and weekend golfers alike, typically they're on the worst side of getting that handle a lot higher. So if they're at setup here, at impact, a lot of them are typically like that. And you see that handle gets a lot steeper. And when you get that handle steeper, you bring the toe into effect. So if you can imagine I'm at setup like this, and I've got this angle formed on this club head like that, If I come at an impact and that handle raises, this toe gets greatly exposed to the golf ball. And from this position here, see, I come in, as this handle gets high, you'll see that toe really gets exposed to the golf ball. And you might get a better look at this down towards the camera. If I'm set up like this, as I come down, if this handle gets steep, you'll see there, it really exposes the toe of the golf club, and you're going to catch a lot off the toe and get a lot of that inconsistency. So in this next bit, I'm going to show you a really simple drill that can fix your toe golf shots. I'm also going to be chucking in a special bonus drill that will really help you out as well. So let's get into it. Here's our first drill to get rid of those toe golf shots. So what I'm going to do is grab an alignment stick. Now you can get around not having an alignment stick with this drill. I've seen golfers at the driving range use another golf club and try sticking it through a range bucket and getting it into this same position. So I'll demonstrate this with you first, but there is other ways of getting around it without an alignment stick. So what I'm going to do, you can see I've got my ball set up here. Now I'm going to be showing you this from down the line. I'll try and give you another angle as well. If I'm set up to a ball here, what you want to do with this alignment stick, I'll try and get this in the right position, roughly about there somewhere. Okay. So what we've done is I've stuck this alignment stick in the ground. Now, I've put it probably about 5-6 inches behind the golf ball. Now, what I'm also done is I put it roughly about a fist width higher than the height I've got of the shaft of the golf club. Now, what I'm aiming to do here, as I spoke earlier, the biggest problem with golf toe shots is that handle getting higher in the downswing, particularly right at impact. Now with this shaft, with this alignment stick, sorry, what I'm aiming to do, I'm trying to stop. If I get that handle really high coming down, I'm going to crash straight into that alignment stick. And that'd be something like, as I go back, and I go like this, I'm going to crash straight into the alignment stick. So the idea of this is it acts as a reference point so that I can keep that handle a little bit lower in that pre-impact position and catch the golf ball solid. Because if we can make a swing, if we can come down and get that shaft a little bit lower, a little bit shallower, that's going to increase our chances of hitting the golf ball in the center of the club face and playing much better golf. So by putting this alignment stick in the ground like that, that will really help to train you, and you can practice this at home and do lots and lots of repetitions of just swinging and making sure, as I make a swing, I come under that alignment stick. Let's do a few. We're getting under that alignment stick and we're increasing our chances of hitting much more solid golf shots. So if you're at the driving range, you want to try this out actually hitting balls, which obviously is the next step up from practicing at home. You can use a golf club instead of this and stick it into one of those range bucket balls and hold it up on a similar angle like this. Now, depending on how bad your golf toe shots are, you can put this up a little bit higher or a little bit lower as you get better at it to help flatten out those hands on the way down. So from towards the camera, I'll show you roughly what it might look like as we get our ball here. And I'll just try and get this in. The ground's quite firm at present. Okay, so you can see there we've roughly got it about 4 or 5 inches behind the ball. We've got about that fist width gap at the angle of the shaft. Probably might get that down a little bit lower actually. Right about there. And we're going to make some swings. We're going to miss that shaft. We don't want to be coming down, getting a high handle and crashing right into it. This is really training you to get that shaft a lot shallower and coming through and striking the golf ball much more solid. So that's our first drill. Drop a comment down below if you've tried this drill and you've suffered from toe golf shots and this drill's really helped you out. Or maybe there's been another drill that's really helped you with your shots coming off the toe. Pop a comment down below and I'll reply to every comment. Okay, here's our second drill to stop hitting toe golf shots. So what I'm going to do is grab 2 balls. This is called the 2-ball drill. All I'm going to do, I'll show you this from 2 different angles so you can see. I'm going to place 1 ball down here, another ball here. Now I'm going to place these balls, and this again will depend on how bad your toe shots are and how difficult you're going to make it. So just move these a bit closer. Now I've got this roughly about, I've roughly got this demonstration about 2 club heads width distance apart. And this is just for the sake of video. Now again, if you're really struggling with this, to make this more difficult, if you're really struggling with toe golf shots, get these balls a lot closer together. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to put the club head in the middle and I'm going to practice making swings, swinging right through the golf balls. Another issue with a lot of golfers hit toe golf shots is they come too much outside in. And what I mean by that is, as they come down, they'll come out like this and they'll cut across the golf ball, and it brings a lot of toe on the club head into play. And with this drill, if you can just make a lot of practice swings, making sure you miss both balls and go straight between them, you'll come through on a much better plane, a much better inside path to the golf ball, hit a lot more shots right in that center. So let's do a few. And we're making a nice smooth swing. Practice a number of repetitions like that at home, and that will really train you to have a much better inside path and get rid of those toe golf shots. So from down towards the camera, I'll show you what it looks like. I'll put 1 ball there, another one here. I haven't got this too close together for this demonstration, but obviously as you get better at this, you can go to the driving range and do this exact drill, and I've done this before and it really helps you to hit a lot more solid golf shots. Get those balls like that. And we just want to come through and do nice smooth swings, making sure we don't touch those balls. Just like that. That's a really simple drill. Practice this at home first without actually hitting any balls at all, but then take it to the driving range. Grab 3 balls in that case, 2 here, 1 in the middle, and just aim to hit that middle one every single time, and you'll stop hitting the ball off the toe and hit it right off the center. There you have it. Now you know how to stop hitting toe golf shots. If you have any questions or comments about this video, make sure you drop them down below. I will reply to every single comment. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel. Now below this video I'll have a link to my free video. It's called 3 Secret Moves. Make sure you get a hold of that. Also have a link down below to some further golf instruction. Make sure you check that out. Thanks again so much for watching. I'll see you next time.